This is a quick video here. I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I thought that'd be a good time to explain what the Buffalo Ranger is and why I'm inviting you to go on a journey of transportation with me as I become the Buffalo Ranger. Now, the Buffalo Ranger is something that is a way for someone that's starting over in the 40s to be reconnected with their heritage as a black outdoorsman, as someone that is a bushman, someone that is involved with bushcraft, as a steward of the land, as someone that is got skills of the outdoors and shares those skills and brings others into that world with them. This transformation is gonna obviously involve me having to learn some of the skills, host people to come and teach things in hard science, teach me things in hard science, and hopefully you will also learn a few things along the way. But also, this is a good introduction to remember that not everybody starts off the same spot. We don't all know the same things. We don't all have the same skills. And I want to be able to bring a place for us to be able to get on that same page. That way we can all share in this beautiful space that we have out here available to us. I mean, I'm out here in the desert and I'm loving it. Also, this is just a way to be able to talk about fashion because, things have been defined by other people for a long time, and sometimes you don't feel like those definitions really reflect you or who you are. And for me, that's always been true. I've always wondered why how people dress in the outdoors is specific. And so I want to be able to not just talk about the outdoors, but show you the demonstrations of me being outside, see what I dress like, what I think is appropriate to be dressing like outdoors, pay homage to the heritage that has been before me of the folks that were stewards of this land that I'm standing on and stewards of lands all over the world and the ways that we interact with it, from hunting to fishing to camping to just being outside. And also it's a bit of a transformation. It's a mindset. Like, this is a journey you're going with me on as I transform my mindset about certain things where I take it a little bit slower. I find my medicine to be natural instead of in a pill. And I make sure I'm moving my body, connecting with God, with the earth, with nature, and being one with it, because that is the solution for the things that ail us, I think, the most. Is showing you how I'm going from being a city person, someone that had a lot of depression, someone that's had a lot of anxiety in their life. I have a lot of physical issues, and some of them are just from being a man in his 40s. But I want you to know what a ranger is, and hopefully I'm able to attain that level where when I speak on the activities of the outdoors, there's a level of trust, and you know that it's from someone that is genuine, someone that is out here doing it. And hopefully you'll be inspired to join me and to pay it forward, to learn how to take a skill on and then provide someone else the opportunity to take that skill on without judgment and feel like they too can join in. I was inspired but to start this thing, actually, and this might not make the video, so I'm gonna say something quickly, which is if anything I said before matches up to what works for you, please subscribe, hit a like on there. Put a comment down below on what kind of things you'd want to talk about on the channel, because I am going to be going through my things, but I have some benefits and some privilege to have access to some incredible folks that I'm excited to invite to chat about the different things that I'm involved with. All right, let's go back to the old story. Let's go back to how this started. To take it back a little bit. Now, 2019, I come back from Africa, and I ended up camp hosting in Tahoe National Forest. The thing that struck me the most was two things. First thing, most people were surprised that I was an outdoorsman because my melanin apparently didn't give away the fact that I like the sun a lot. And also, I'm constantly outdoors. My photos are from the outdoors, but I realized that there was some space and understanding between who I am and what I do and what people understand of me. The other thing was that a lot of folks at that time were getting outdoors for the first time. A lot of folks from the city were coming to outdoor spaces. Now, I live out in the west coast of America in California. We have a lot of public space available to us. But a lot of folks just have never been able to enjoy it because of many factors. And there was always the assumption that everyone was on the same page. And I mean this from anyone from hikers, campers, to hunters. And and so the run-ins between law enforcement and people just trying to enjoy the outdoors was a bit intense. And I felt bad because there was a lot of looking down on folks who hadn't had the privilege yet. And I was like, hey, let's offer them that privilege too. Like, what's the big deal? There's lots of land, let's go and let's do that. The other place this is an inspiration point from is from Mr. Geordie LaForge from Star Trek and Michael Burnham from Star Trek. There's nothing like being able to see yourself in something that you do or enjoy to make you know you can go further, to make you know that you can spread your wings bigger and better, and to encourage you when you're not sure if you're going the right path. I've gotten a chance to meet the gentleman that played Geordie LaForge, and he's just as fantastic in real life as he was as a character on TV, and I found quite a bit of inspiration. And the other point of inspiration is when I was back in Africa, being able to reconnect with a history that is not told of the instrumental people and organizations that have changed history. And, from the Zulus, but also to the organizations that were involved in the, let's say, called the Renaissance of African countries after colonialism, and how instrumental that was. And obviously to organizations like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, organizations that gets kids outside. I had the privilege of having a father that got me outdoors, that taught me these skills. I learned how to do things with rope, camping, fishing, hunting, riding, anything that I needed to be able to do. I had those skills. I did not realize that was a privilege. I thought that was a normal thing. And I want to make sure that that privilege is there. And the last place that I really had the most inspiration from was, when I went back home, I got to reconnect with some of my cousins and some of the people that I came of age with. And I remember the ceremonies that came with the coming of age. And in conversations with gentlemen from some organizations that I've been involved with, 40 Acres Conservation League, talking about some of those key moments in life that people have had when they knew that they were a man or they knew they were a woman, it's not shared. It's all over the place. Some people don't even get there until they're in their 20s or 30s, right? And lacking that shared coming of age, that shared experience, it saddened me, and I realized that this was a place that was typically handled by the church or other larger organizations, but when you are trying to invite more people, and when you have a moment in history when some of those really important institutions have stepped back from doing their roles in the kind nature that they were intended to do them from, you're inspired to then step in instead of complain. I'm hoping to also then bring that back in. But up until that point, this is just going to be me trying to get better, and hopefully getting some encouragement from anyone else that's watching along this journey. Please subscribe, hit a like, tell a friend, tell somebody that's an outdoors person, a black outdoorsman, a black outdoorswoman, someone that just likes to bike, someone that likes to just longboard. I don't know. You got any black climbers in your squad? I'm talking too long. Buffalo Ranger out, okay? Please hit subscribe. Let's get over to 1,000. I appreciate every single subscriber I've gotten so far, and I really love the comments, interactions that we've had. This has been a phenomenal journey. See you on the other side, YouTube.